Hello, my name is Dr. Mark Thompson, and the work I'm about to present was undertaken during my PhD at the University of Hull and longitudinally assesses the applicability of Broaden-and-Build theory within athletes. Let's begin. Sport is often the theatre and catalyst for a huge range of pleasant and unpleasant emotions. And yet, it is unpleasant emotions which have dominated the sports psychological research landscape, with anger and anxiety the most commonly researched athlete emotions. Why is that? Well, this may be because the impact of unpleasant emotions on athletic performance is clear and immediate, whilst the impact of pleasant emotions may be more subtle and indirect. For example, it's clear how anger or fear may impact a boxer's performance, but what impact do the emotions of contentment or joy have? Their influence is notably more vague, and this is where Broaden-and-Build theory comes in, which suggests that pleasant emotional experiences exist to accrue coping resources for person-environment interactions. In a sporting context, this means that pleasant emotions may broaden an athlete's attention to a range of coping behaviors associated with improved performance and build resources such as resilience for the future. Interestingly, these mechanisms are reciprocally deterministic, meaning that pleasant emotions may predict facilitative coping behaviors, which then in turn predict further emotional and coping resources. This upward spiral would also theoretically counteract any previously incurred resource losses from unpleasant emotional experiences, which Friedrichsen labeled as the undoing effect. Now, no research has examined the applicability of Broaden-and-Build theory within athletes, which is surprising considering its potential to inform theory-guided interventions that benefit athlete performance. As such, we measured constructs central to Broaden-and-Build theory, that is, emotions, coping, and resilience, in order to test the theory's applicability to athletes. 126 athletes of all ages, sexes, and athletic ability completed the same online questionnaire pack 6 months apart to allow the predicted Broaden effect, which was indexed by task-oriented coping, and build effect, indexed by habitual task-oriented coping and resilience, to come to fruition. We also employed a dispositional approach to allow us to assess coping within a broader context. Now, the hypothesized model was examined via a path analysis with the final parsimonious model presented. From this model, we can see that pleasant emotions and task-oriented coping serially enhance one another across the time points, and we posit that there is initial evidence of a broadening effect. Put simply, pleasant emotions broaden athlete for-action repertoires, leading to more performance-facilitative coping behaviors. This then leads into our second finding, with pleasant emotions both directly and indirectly related to increased resilience, with the latter relationship partially mediated by task-oriented coping. With resilience a key resource within Broaden-and-Build theory, and dispositional coping viewed as a durable personal resource, these paths represent initial evidence that a build effect may exist within sport. Indeed, not only do these resources encourage the experience of further pleasant emotions, but they also act as a personal buffer against future unpleasant emotions too. A final finding of interest relates to the fact that unpleasant emotions were not found to diminish resilience at time point 2 as they did at time point 1. This is important as the experience of pleasant emotions may have reversed the previously observed diminishment of resilience by unpleasant emotions. In essence, preliminary evidence for a psychological undoing effect has been found. Now, to our knowledge, this is the first evidence of its kind. Pleasant emotions may not just help athletes create future pleasant experiences, they may also help athletes overcome unpleasant experiences from the past by reducing their psychological resource cost. Now, to conclude, the research here is the first work to provide preliminary support for the use of Broaden-and-Build theory within athletes, and provides an exciting future research avenue for scholars. The experience of pleasant emotions may broaden athlete attention towards more facilitative coping, build enduring coping resources that help protect from future unpleasant emotional experiences, and potentially undo inhibitive psychological effects from previous unpleasant emotional experiences. As such, practitioners should look to engender pleasant emotions within their athletes for sustained psychological benefits. Thank you for watching.